fun, but it's also a time we have to say see you later to our favorite summertime activities and animals. But one local author is putting this seasonal transition into a fun children's book. And that author is joining me right now. Welcome to the show, Amy Dua.
Thanks, Claudia. Thank you for having me.
Of course. So you wrote Woe is Me, It's Autumn. First off, love the title, so cute. But what is your inspiration behind this book?
Well, as a child, I always wrote poems. I wrote greeting cards. People would have me write speeches that rhymed, and so it was something that I've just always done. And it's just one day I sat down and I had this idea because autumn is my favorite time of year. And so I sat down and it just sort of came out. And then when after I wrote it, I wasn't really sure what to do with it. Yeah. So it took some time, but my husband ended up being really supportive about everything and said, you need to do this, you need to publish this book. And so, so it kind of went from there.
Yeah, and so something really incredible about this is not only did you write the book, but you also illustrated the book. That's incredible. So how did the pictures help tell the story? Because you did both. So how does that work?
Well, what's really fun about this book is there are certain pages that are really interactive, like the little squirrel. He hides his food in different places, and so he's looking at a map. And so if you actually look at the map, you can follow to the red X, you can find the acorns and things that he's hidden. So those little type of things were important to me, and the skunk and just making it fun and educational all at the same time.
Yeah, it's like more interactive through the storytelling with those pictures.
Right.
That's incredible. And the pictures are really beautiful as well with those
Thank
colors. But when it comes to the writing, what's your favorite line of the book?
Honestly, it's woe is me. I've read to several children's groups in like the library, classroom setting, and my first question is always, do you know what that means? Woe is me. Yeah. And they're like, trying to put it into words, and I said, it's kind of like, oh my goodness. And they're like, oh, we understand. I said, all the little animals and insects they have things to do to prepare. And so it just kind of, I think it's neat to bring that language back.
But you talk about that like summer to autumn transition. Not only do animals go through it, but we go through it, and kids feel that transition. So what do you hope kids and their parents take away from the book?
I think more than anything else, just the time that they spend reading it together.
Yeah.
It's my favorite thing. I have 4 kids, and so just when they were little, and even my 8-year-old now, I read to them all the time. I still read to my 8-year-old every night. I just want people to get that time with the little ones in their lives.
I imagine that this was really fun to do. What was your favorite part about writing and illustrating this book?
My son had introduced me to a couple different programs and digital programs that I could draw and I could shade and I could draw on, in this more finished format. And so when I started doing that, each of the characters came to life, and that was the neatest thing, I think, because my kids would say, well, can I see it yet? And I'm like, nope, he's not ready to meet the world yet, Aww. And so when I would finish like the squirrel, okay, the squirrel's ready to meet the world. Are you ready to meet him? And so it was kind of neat to have that experience, especially with my kids too, and see their reactions if they liked them and whose character is their favorite. So it was really fun.
Wow, I bet that was an incredible experience. So, how can people get their hands on this book so they can enjoy it with their kids as well?
Well, it's at a lot of the local bookstores here, and it's available on Amazon and barnesandnoble.com. And if you go to your local bookstore, you can ask, and they can get it in. So
absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Amy, for joining us and sharing your beautiful book with us. And I hope people enjoy it as much as I did, because it's absolutely a great read. So thank you.
Thank you so much.
What a great read and cute book. We love supporting local authors. And speaking of cute things, it's National Handbag Day. So what do you keep in your cute handbags? After the break, we're going to share what are the top things to keep in your bag this fall, and we'll see if our bag looks like that. Stay with us.
Enjoying Studio 10? Give us your